Greetings. Welcome to a new academic year, 24-25, I believe it is. Wow, it's amazing to think. I've been doing a lot of reflecting, the year it is and the time that's passed. In fact, it's one of the reasons we're shooting right here from inside the building. This is an empty room, as you can see, what we might call a white box right now, and I'll say more about why it's a white box later. But it's a room in our building that used to be a lounge for faculty. As faculty have begun working more hybrid, as they spend more time on different campuses, we just find it hadn't been used as much. And so we're planning a repurposing of it, and we'll talk about that later. But before we talk about it, I wanted to talk to you about this year. This year marks the 12th year that I've served as Dean of the Parker College. In fact, this room, which was formerly the faculty lounge, is where I met the faculty for the first time. I've been thinking a lot about the legacy that we're building here at the Parker College, the legacy that I'm a part of as an alumni of the Parker College and that you're a part of. But before we get to any of that, I just wanted to tell you some of the things that we have coming up for the year. We've got a lot of activities planned, and we want to invite you into those activities. And we want to emphasize that your participation is fundamental to the value proposition of those activities. Remember, what we do is not just educate, but we educate and we prepare, and then we connect our students to the business world, delivering superior value to our employment partners by providing them students who are very well trained, but who are also professionally ready to hit the ground running and to provide a good return on investment. So all of these activities are a part of that value proposition, but all of these activities also require your engagement. A couple of them that I'll mention. We have our Parker Social Hour. Our Young Alumni Board hosts social hours. This one is at the Variant Brewing Company. I've been there. It's in downtown Roswell. Great place. If you're available on September 12th, then please come out and join them. I'm sure they would love to see you. We'll have our Parker Career Connection, which will involve dozens of employers coming in, getting to know some of our students, getting to know some of our faculty, working with both students and faculty in terms of professional development, talking with them in terms of curriculum, while also promoting their own organizations and looking to encourage students to consider their organizations when they graduate for internships and employment. On the very same day, right after the Career Connection, we'll have our Logistics Roundtable. It's one of the biggest events of the year in our logistics and supply chain department. Certainly for all of our professional partners in the logistics business, it's a great opportunity to come and connect with faculty and students. That'll be on the 17th as well in the afternoon, and we'd love to see you there and love to see you a part of it. Of course, with both of those, if you would like to be involved and are not, simply call my office. We have people who are standing by. We're going to have several of our True Blue tailgates this year. We want you there for all of them. We're expecting a great season. I actually spoke with Jared Benko just this morning when my Rotary Club met, and he came and spoke to us, told us about some of the investments they have made over the past several years that they're anticipating will pay off this year. We're in much the same mindset of investing for the future, but ultimately getting to the point where we're reaping some of the benefits of that investment. And we hope this is one of those years for our football team. And of course, the last one that I'll mention right now is our Homecoming Tailgate, which is on October 19th. Homecoming's always such a big activity, always such a great time to get together. Of course, we'll have our Parker Advisory Board then, several other events at the university and college level. Looking forward to seeing all of you there and hoping for a great weekend together. So, welcome back to the academic year 24-25. It's going to be an exciting year, a lot of exciting things to tell you about. One particularly exciting thing for me relates to both this room and the location that we'll go to next. I promised another location. This is another location on the first floor of our building. It's what we call the hub. It's the central meeting area in the building. You can see it's a good space. If you can see over my shoulder, it actually extends out onto the patio. It's one of my favorite parts of the building. And so I wanted to come here and talk to you about one other exciting new thing that you're going to hear a lot about this fall and really over the course of this entire year. And I want to go back to something I said previously, which is the legacy that we have as Parker College alumni. We all build on that legacy, and we build each year. And the way that we're going to have an opportunity to build on that legacy this year is by returning to a campaign that we started years ago called Building a Legacy. That was put on the back burner for a little while. We lost a little momentum on it because of some other more important issues, pandemic and other things that weren't taken into our plans, but it is now back and it's a priority of the state. In fact, the state has allocated us $5 $5 million. And that $5 million, together with money that we've already raised and money that we've set aside, is now up to a total of $7.2 million. The project, as we anticipate it being completed, is about an $11 million project. If you've been in the building, certainly in the middle of class, you've seen how crowded it is. When the building was finished, we had about 2,400 students. We expect this year to be well over 4,400, pushing 4,500. So we're almost twice as large as this building was designed. There are 2 stairwells that students use to get from the first floor to the second and the third. Both are somewhat narrow, one on each end of the building. Those stairwells are jammed each day. So here in this central atrium, we're going to have a large central staircase going up to the second floor. Imagine it with me, how exciting it's going to be, and how exciting it's going to be for students to come in and see that wide open space, for faculty to be able to come in and meet with students, for us to host events like our advisory board meeting, which I mentioned earlier, here in a space like this. What we want to do is bring that outside in, and we want to take all of the outside space that's that patio and make it usable year round. Usable for events, usable for our students to hang out. Increasingly, students stay in the building where they study. The problem is our building doesn't always afford them the space to do that. We want this to be that central space. We're even going to put on the roof of that atrium an outdoor patio, so that it's another space that we're able to bring. And then in this atrium, we're going to have a central stairwell where students can access the second floor, where all of our student services staff will be housed. So it really is a renovation that will provide a very student-centric focus to the building. Even that empty space that we were in earlier will be repurposed into a lab, much like what you would see in the New York Stock Exchange, for instance, with lights, with screens, with running data from Bloomberg, which we already have the capacity to do. We just don't have a place to display it, or a place for the students that work with that equipment and to work with that technology and data to learn and to function. Right now we've got hundreds of thousands of dollars in streaming data going into the hands of some of our best students and faculty, and they're working in a closet. We want them to have the best because we believe we produce some of the most competitive students anywhere in the world. We believe our graduates can provide a return on investment that's competitive with any college of business anywhere in the country. And so we want them to have an opportunity to work in a building that is state of the art. And so we are bringing back the Building a Legacy campaign. In fact, we're bringing it back 70% of the way to completion. Of the $11 million we need, we have over 7 in hand. And so you'll be hearing a lot from me about opportunities to partner with us. To name this space, for instance, it will be an extraordinary opportunity for someone who wants to partner with us. To name that lab, we will have a lab similar to it for our logistics program. A nationally ranked program needs a nationally ranked facility. We'll have opportunities to partner with us and to name those, as well as our classrooms, which are in desperate need of update and repair, and just the common spaces like the one I'm standing in now in the hallway behind me that you can see over my shoulder. We want all of this to be state of the art because all of this conveys to our students, prospective faculty, students who are here, and graduates, that they're learning at one of the best business schools anywhere in the world. That is something that's very, very exciting for this year. That's something that we'll be sharing more about with you over the course of the coming year. It's going to be really exciting. It's going to be a great project, and it's an opportunity for every one of you and for me, for everyone involved, to be part of a legacy that will go on for generations, contributing to the vitality of the economy of the state of Georgia and the surrounding region, and to change the lives of tens of thousands of students who will come here, learn, and build successful careers on the education that they received here at Georgia Southern and the Parker College. So I hope you share my enthusiasm for it. I hope it's infectious. I hope you're as excited as I am. And I hope you come and visit and take a look around and let me explain it to you and tell you about the plans we have, because they're good plans. And we look to be a nationally prominent school, something I've always promised in the 12 years that I've been here. And I'm not taking my foot off the gas now. The state is behind us, the university is with us, and we're going to make it happen. I ask for your partnership, ask for your excitement and support, and I welcome you again to academic year 24-25. It's going to be a great year. Looking forward to seeing you. Thanks so much.